Whispers are getting louder across Hollywood. Is Bruno Mars' love story finally reaching its heartbreaking finale? After more than 13 years together, the world is buzzing with rumors that Bruno Mars and Jessica Caban might be heading for a split. Fans are stunned, asking the same question: how could one of music's most private yet admired couples be falling apart? Before we dive deep into the truth behind these shocking rumors, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and drop your thoughts below. Do you think Bruno and Jessica can survive the storm? For years, Bruno Mars and Jessica Caban have been seen as the definition of loyalty and lasting love in the chaos of the entertainment world. Their romance began long before Bruno became one of the biggest global superstars, before the Grammys, before the sold-out world tours, before the fame that would change everything. Jessica, a model and actress, was there from the very start, standing by Bruno as he built his empire of soulful hits and record-breaking performances. Together, they looked untouchable, a couple that seemed to rise above the usual Hollywood drama. But lately, something feels different. Fans noticed that Bruno and Jessica haven't been seen together in public for months. The last time they were spotted side by side was at a private event late last year, and since then, silence. No social media posts,
No mentions.
no red carpet appearances. For a couple that, while private, always had a visible spark, this sudden distance has everyone asking, what's really going on behind closed doors? Some insiders claim the distance started when Bruno began focusing heavily on his Las Vegas residency and upcoming projects, while Jessica chose to spend more time in New York City. Others whisper about creative differences, that Bruno's perfectionist nature and relentless schedule may have taken a toll on their relationship. According to one source close to the couple, they love each other deeply, but sometimes love isn't enough when both people are chasing different things. The cracks began to show subtly. Jessica, once a frequent presence backstage at Bruno's concerts, was suddenly missing. Fans who attended his shows noticed she wasn't in her usual spot cheering from the wings. Meanwhile, on social media, Bruno, who rarely posts about his personal life, seemed even quieter than usual. Gone were the glimpses of shared moments or even playful references to his longtime love. Then came the real shock. Eagle-eyed fans noticed that Jessica had quietly unfollowed several fan pages dedicated to Bruno. While that might seem small, in today's digital world, such moves often hint at deeper troubles. Online discussions exploded, with fans debating whether the couple had simply taken a break or were heading toward an inevitable breakup. But here's the twist that's keeping everyone guessing. Despite the growing speculation, neither Bruno nor Jessica has confirmed or denied the rumors. This silence, deliberate or painful, has only fueled more curiosity. Why stay quiet if everything is fine? Could this be a way to protect their privacy? Or is it a sign that they're truly navigating a difficult crossroads? Let's rewind for a moment. Bruno and Jessica first met back in 2011 at a New York restaurant, a classic meet-cute moment that could have been straight out of a romantic movie. He was instantly captivated, and they quickly became inseparable. Through the highs and lows of fame, Jessica was his constant. She stood by him through years of touring, album launches, and endless award shows. In interviews, Bruno even hinted that many of his most emotional songs, like When I Was Your Man and Just the Way You Are, were inspired by her. That's what makes this rumored split even more painful for fans to accept, because this isn't just another celebrity breakup. It's the possible end of a love story that inspired millions. Still, not everyone believes the relationship is over. Some insiders claim that the couple is simply taking a breather, giving each other space while navigating the pressures of fame and personal growth. They've been together for more than a decade, one insider said. They've weathered storms before. This could just be another test. And yet, others argue that this time feels different. Jessica has reportedly been spending more time focusing on her business ventures and personal projects. She's been seen attending events solo, looking radiant but noticeably without Bruno. Meanwhile, Bruno, who's currently working on new music, seems to have thrown himself entirely into his art, a familiar pattern for artists dealing with heartbreak. There's even talk among industry insiders that Bruno's upcoming songs may hold subtle clues about the state of his heart. Could his next album reveal the truth? If history repeats itself, the answer might lie in his lyrics. After all, Bruno has always poured his emotions into his music. His fans are already dissecting every line of his latest performances, looking for hidden messages or heartbreak hints. And the middle of all the rumors, fans have taken to social media to express their hope that the couple will find their way back to each other. They've been through so much. You can't just throw away 13 years. One fan wrote on X. Another commented, "Bruno's songs taught us what real love sounds like. I refuse to believe it's over." The wave of emotional support shows just how deeply people have connected with their story. But fame has a price, and privacy is the first casualty. Every move, every silence, every choice they make now becomes a headline. Bruno, known for fiercely guarding his personal life, may be choosing silence as a form of protection, not just for himself, but for Jessica too. After all, not every heartbreak needs to play out under the spotlight. And yet, there's something haunting about the idea that one of Hollywood's most low-key and loyal couples might have quietly drifted apart. It's a reminder that even the strongest relationships can bend under pressure, that even stars who sing about love can find it slipping away in the quiet moments between fame and reality. As we wait for answers, one thing is certain: whether together or apart, Bruno Mars and Jessica Caban have left a mark that goes far beyond music and fashion. They've shown the world that love can endure fame, distance, and time, but that even the longest love stories can face their breaking point. Still, don't count them out just yet. Some close friends insist that there's still love between them, that conversations are ongoing, and that they haven't given up completely. They're taking it day by day, one insider revealed. They've been through too much together to walk away easily. Could this mean there's still hope for a reconciliation? Fans are crossing their fingers and holding their breath, waiting for that one photo, that one post, that one smile that could prove love hasn't left the building. Until then, the mystery continues, and the world keeps watching. What do you think? Are Bruno Mars and Jessica Caban truly done? Or is this just another test of love that will make them stronger than ever? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with every twist and turn in this unfolding Hollywood love story. Because when it comes to love, fame, and heartbreak, nothing stays hidden forever. As days turn into weeks, the silence surrounding Bruno Mars and Jessica Caban only grows heavier, and fans can't help but feel the weight of uncertainty. The couple who once embodied quiet devotion now seems to be living in separate worlds. And yet, it's that very mystery, that lingering question mark, that keeps everyone glued to their screens, scrolling, searching, hoping for any sign of reconciliation. Rumors began intensifying after insiders hinted that Bruno had been spending more time in Los Angeles, focusing on what sources describe as a deeply personal new album. According to one music industry contact, Bruno's recent studio sessions have been unusually emotional, with lyrics exploring love, loss, and the fragility of connection. It feels like he's writing from a place of pain, said one source. He's channeling everything he's feeling into his music, and that's when Bruno is at his most powerful. Could it be that this next project is his way of processing heartbreak? Fans have drawn parallels to the raw emotion of When I Was Your Man, a song that famously came from a time of relationship struggle. If history repeats itself, this next musical chapter could reveal more than any public statement ever could. Meanwhile, Jessica Caban has been moving in silence, too, but her silence speaks volumes. She's been spotted attending charity galas and social events alone, dressed in understated elegance, her expressions poised yet distant. One recent event in New York caught attention when photographers noted her absence of a certain piece of jewelry, a gold ring that fans had long associated with Bruno. The absence didn't go unnoticed. Online discussions erupted instantly. Had she taken it off as a sign of closure? What makes this situation even more intriguing is how both Bruno and Jessica have chosen not to fuel the gossip. No statements, no confirmations, not even a subtle denial. In a world where most celebrities rush to set their record straight, their mutual silence feels intentional, almost protective. It's as if they're communicating through their absence, leaving the public to piece together a puzzle without all the pieces. Friends close to the couple say that this isn't the first rough patch they've faced. They've had their ups and downs, said one mutual acquaintance. But this time, the emotional distance feels real. They both have demanding careers, and when you mix that with fame, schedules, and expectations, something's bound to break. The source added that while the love between them is undeniable, they're reevaluating what they want in the next chapter of their lives. It's heartbreaking for fans who followed their journey since the early 2010s. Back then, Bruno was still climbing towards superstardom, performing in small venues, while Jessica cheered him on from the sidelines. Their love story seemed to stand as proof that fame didn't have to destroy genuine connection. It was real, grounded, and refreshingly free from drama. Until now, the idea of them breaking up after 13 years feels almost surreal. 13 years, in Hollywood terms, is a lifetime. That's longer than most celebrity marriages last. It's a bond that saw Bruno through his most defining career moments, from his first Grammy wins to his explosive Super Bowl halftime performance. Jessica was always there, just out of the spotlight, quietly cheering. That kind of loyalty doesn't just vanish overnight. So, what changed? Some reports suggest that the pair grew apart due to the simple, painful truth of time. As Bruno's fame reached new heights, his world became a whirlwind of international tours, late-night studio sessions, and constant public attention. Jessica, meanwhile, evolved into her own powerhouse, an entrepreneur, model, and advocate for Latina representation. Two strong individuals, each with their own paths, may have simply drifted apart despite their best intentions. Still, others close to the situation insist that love isn't gone. It's just complicated. They've built a life together, said one insider. There's so much history, so much emotion. Walking away from that isn't easy. Another friend hinted that the couple may still be in touch privately, trying to work things out away from the public eye. They're very private people, the source added. If they're having those difficult conversations, we'll never know, and that's exactly exactly how they want it. This uncertainty has sparked a wave of fan campaigns online, with hashtags like #StayStrongBruno and Jessica trending across platforms. Supporters are posting old photos, interview clips, and moments that remind the world of the undeniable chemistry between them. One viral post reads, "They've lasted longer than almost any Hollywood couple. Don't count them out yet. True love always finds its way back." And maybe that's what keeps hope alive, the idea that after all the lights, fame, and distance, Bruno and Jessica could still find their way back to each other. Love stories like theirs don't fade easily. They evolve, they transform, and sometimes they need space to breathe. Still, some subtle clues are starting to appear, hints that may reveal what's coming next. A few days ago, fans noticed that Bruno performed a stripped-down, emotional version of Talking to the Moon during a recent show. As he sang the final line, "I'm talking to the moon, trying to get to you," the audience fell completely silent, as if everyone felt the weight behind those words. Was it just a song or a message? Meanwhile, Jessica posted a cryptic quote on her Instagram story shortly after. "Sometimes letting go isn't losing, it's choosing peace." She deleted it within hours, but not before screenshots spread across the internet. For fans, that was all it took to reignite speculation that the rumors might, after all, be true. Whether this is the end or simply a chapter of growth remains uncertain. But one thing is clear, their story has captured hearts around the world because it's real. It's not the fairy tale kind of love, but the kind built on loyalty, challenges, and human emotion. And as the spotlight keeps shining, both Bruno and Jessica seem to be retreating deeper into their private worlds, away from the noise, perhaps to find clarity. Maybe, when the time is right, we'll finally hear their side of the story, in an interview, a heartfelt statement, or through Bruno's music. Until then, fans can only wait, watch, and wonder, because even in silence, love always finds a way to speak. Weeks have passed, and yet the story of Bruno Mars and Jessica Caban continues to evolve like a slow-burning heartbreak ballad, one filled with unspoken emotions and unanswered questions. Their silence has now become the loudest sound in Hollywood, and fans are holding on to every tiny clue like lyrics to a song that hasn't been released yet. Recently, an insider hinted that Bruno has been retreating into what they described as a creative cocoon. He's spending long nights in the studio, experimenting with sounds that blend his signature soul and heartbreak. He's in a reflective phase, said the source. It's like he's trying to turn his emotions into art before he can talk about them. Those close to the singer say that when Bruno writes, he heals, and if he's writing now, it could mean he's still processing something deep. Jessica, on the other hand, seems to be focusing on self-growth and independence. She's been sharing glimpses of peaceful mornings, city walks, and empowering quotes, all subtle reminders that she's finding her balance again. One post, in particular, caught everyone's attention, a photo of a sunrise captioned, "New light, new beginnings." Fans couldn't help but connect the dots, wondering if this was her gentle way of saying she's moving on. Yet, despite everything, hope still lingers in the air. Friends close to the couple describe their bond as unbreakable, even in distance. They might not be seen together, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's over. Some even suggest they've chosen to take time apart, not to end things, but to rebuild them. They've always done things their own way, one friend explained. Don't expect a big announcement or a breakup post. If they find their way back, it'll be quietly, just like how they started. The world is watching, but the truth might not be found in the headlines. It may be hidden in a melody, a lyric, or a quiet moment far from cameras. Bruno has always believed that love deserves to be private, sacred even. And maybe, just maybe, the silence between them isn't the end. It's the pause before a new beginning. Whatever happens next, one thing is certain. Bruno Mars and Jessica Caban's love story has already become a timeless reminder that even in a world full of spotlight and noise, the most powerful emotions often live in the quietest corners of the heart.